Happy Thursday, the 21st. So, great things happening this week. We just dropped off a huge order over at our friend Catfish Kelly's. You know, they've been great to us, Kelly and those folks over there. They were our launch retail customer, and you know, we've had a really good relationship with them. We've been blessed. They're getting ready to open a new location here. Actually closer to us than what their normal one is, but you know, great things coming out of there. So we just dropped off, I want to say it was 90 bags worth of stuff. So they've got chub grubs, tricksters, a 5-inch hog logs, beaver bugs, crawls. We took care of them. Some danglers too. Mostly they're all in green pumpkin red flake. So if you love them, if you like that color especially, have at it. I know we dropped some white off with them for the chub grubs, and I think we threw some bubble gum in there. But I think those were the danglers. Don't quote me on that. So anyhow, it's gotten to the point where I just had to spend money to order more plastic, which not a bad thing. I'm not complaining. So these 2.5 fake outs, I didn't realize how popular they were going to be. And it's not just for bass. So I've got one person that wants to use them for saltwater, for like, I want to say they specs and some other stuff. Someone that wants to use them for crappie and trout, which I kind of figured that a lot of people were going to use them for that. And then of course some people for bass. I know I just sent one person a sample of 3. So these things are evidently becoming increasingly popular because of the hover rig. Missile baits, John just came out with the heads, and I'm not gonna lie, they're really good. I 100% support missile baits. I know I use John stuff. I've caught a lot of fish, not just off his plastics, but also his like terminal stuff and that. Like, I've got nothing but great things to say about John Cruz. Good dude. I've had one or two conversations with the guy. Like, just great guy, and he's a Virginia guy. So he's got a bunch of different sizes of these hover rig hooks that I just got the email about it yesterday, ironically. So that's where this 2.5 fake out's coming in. So we decided 12 pack, 36 pack. So your 12 pack is running $5 even. And you know, they're standard size. They're going to come in the bag that like the Mickey minnows do. So the smaller bag, but obviously you're getting 12. The smaller lure, I'm going to make sure you get your money's worth. Like, I'm not going to just go and throw 10 in there and charge $5. No, you're going to get what you pay for. Because again, one of the founding principles of DAC is, you know, quality without sacrificing, you know, with the money side and all that stuff. So anyhow, these things have become increasingly popular to a point where I did not realize this was going to happen. And I'm not complaining. You know, I like being busy. So we're working on that. I've got one order pending right now. I've got one that legitimately is on the books. So we've been doing good things over here. Weather's been changing. Virginia was burning last night. You know, heart goes out to those guys over in the western part of the state. I want to say it was Louisa and a couple other spots, Shenandoah Valley. You guys that are out there, you know, my heart goes out to y'all with the fire. It's been extremely dry. And then opposite side of the house here, tomorrow, I think it is, Saturday for sure, it's supposed to monsoon up here. To the point where, you know, we're looking at stuff because I'm supposed to be fishing a tournament this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to be fishing it, if they're going to have it. You know, safety, all that stuff. So that's to be determined. But if we're out of the tournament, you can almost guarantee we're going to have some stuff with us. We're not going to have the full shebang of everything like we would take to a show, but we're going to have a fair amount of stuff with us, like a little variety. Let's see here. Other things coming up here. So we had our spring sale, which is more for the stuff that typically would work here in this time of the year. I've heard stories about water temps being up in the high 50s, low 60s in the creek, so you already know what that means. And fish are starting to move up. I think I saw one person say they're like 6-7 foot right now, so they've definitely started coming up in that pre-spawn. So I may run. I'm probably going to go back to that item lure of the week sale, and I think I'm going to start that running every Friday to Friday, just to give people a chance to get in there. Everyone's paydays are different. I know my wife gets paid on a different schedule than what I do. Military, we're 1st and 15th, so we're trying to center that around payday because we get it. People got to get groceries. There's other priorities other than, hey, let's go ahead and give DAC your money. Like there's higher priorities. I'm right there with you guys. I'm typical normal person. So we're going to start that. I think we're going to start off with our 4-inch paddle tails. Do not quote me on that. I will post it out on usual social media. We've got the TikTok. We're trying to get that running. We're trying to do more with these videos as far as like showing how to get how we make some of the lures. So I know the last video I posted up, it was 5 days ago from today. So that would have been like the 15th, 16th, something like that. I know that, we did the initial of the 2.5, and then I showed the beaver bugs and the crawls, how we make those. So we're going to do more of that because I like sharing that stuff with you. And you guys could plainly see when I say I use the same plastic across the board. If you've ever talked to me at a show and I've straight up said, hey, I use the same plastic across the board, well, proof was in that video. Same thing that I was shooting on the beavers was the same as the crawls, which is the same as the 2.5. That's why we're able to offer the same quality across the board. There's always going to be a little variation because of the heating of the plastic and that, so that's why sometimes the colors, especially with the pinks, the bubblegum's a big one. But yeah, that weather's starting to warm up. People are getting out there, which is great. Get your kids out there. I'm trying to get Mini-Me. We're trying to get a little camping trip together here. So we're going to be trying to get out there just like we keep on preaching everyone else. We're over here working on the boat because, again, tournament season started. I think Virginia Elite 70 started. Cat Trail's been running. Outcast is starting to run. Bass Bandits, which is a club down in Hampton Roads area, they've started running. Rippin' Lips, they've already had 2 tournaments. One of the guys that we work with, Alvin Hicks, he just started rolling on the BFLs. He's had 1, if not 2 already. He just fished Smith Mountain in a pouring rain. But a lot of them short fish are coming up. So, I mean, people are doing great things out here. And, it's awesome. So, like I said, these 2.5s, they've taken off. And we've got 1 retail order that we're still working on. Jeff with ABA, he's got 1 tournament. I think that's this weekend, or it was last weekend. Jeff, if you're watching this, please don't quote me on it. I just know I saw it on your Facebook page. But all these tournaments are starting to ramp up. Can't beat plastics. These fish, they're hungry. Once they go on the beds, yeah, you're going to have to move more to the finesse. So we're able to get the orders out in a reasonable time right now. Turnaround depending on the item and what you order, I can either have it done and out in the mail the next day, or it might take a couple days. All depends on the usual factors. Military side, it hasn't been too crazy. I know last night I didn't get home till midnight, so I wasn't working on lures. It was more of the update a couple things and call it a night. So get over to our website. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to start the Lure of the Week stuff back up. Just got to go through and look. If you're in the Fredericksburg area, definitely get out to Catfish Kelly's. Give them the support. Support local business. That is the biggest thing that I can tell you, is support small businesses. Doesn't necessarily got to be DAC. There's a lot of mom and pops. It doesn't matter if it's food, bait and tackle, tax accounting. Like I'm just throwing that out there too. All these different mom and pop kind of operations, because that those are going to be the ones that reinvest in the community. You're helping pay someone's grocery bill. Like, look at it like that. It's neighbors helping neighbors. These big box corporations, they got mouths to feed too, but they also have shareholders and all that stuff. And I'm not talking bad about those businesses, because I shop big box too for certain things. But if I know that I can get the same quality from a small business, I'm going to go that route. Tiger Crankbaits is a big one. I've seen what him and his wife do. They look amazing. And the fact that they have the time that they do, and they do great quality work, does not surprise me. So their prices, what you pay, you're getting quality. I will say that firsthand. They're just an example of a company. Just all these small mom and pop. Everyone's seen the Five Guys, $20 hamburger kind of deal. My opinion to myself. But, everyone's got mouths to feed. But if you can support small business, please go do. King George out here, we've got a ton of small businesses. And we shopped it. My wife, myself, we've done these small cafes and that, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I like them a lot better than I like the big stores. The one in town that's somewhat similar to Panera, you get what you pay for, and it is delicious. I just haven't been up there lately because, gas prices are starting to shoot through the roof, so we're going to try to do the gas saver sales just because we get it. Trust me, I just filled up for $3.19, and I literally watched the gas prices shoot up to $3.55 in the time that I went to go drop that order off and go run one or two family errands out in Fredericksburg. So it's getting completely crazy. And don't sit there and blame the Red Sea and stuff that's going on. That's partially to blame. I'm not going down that rabbit hole either. But we're sitting at almost 14 minutes right now, so I'm not going to sit here and ramble. But 2.5 fake out. That is the cheapest lure outside of a sale that we have up on the website. If you guys have any suggestions, or there's some kind of sale you'd like to see, shoot us a suggestion. We're not going to just blow off your suggestion. We definitely take it. We look at it. Obviously, a lot of people wanted the smaller lures. If I get more than one or two onesie twosies, then I definitely have a little more ammo to start looking at. Hey, this does make sense. So, send your suggestions in. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and get off here and get this uploaded. But thank you guys for your support. It really means a lot. If there's anything that you can think that we can do better, please let us know. And we're going to start, like I said, getting these videos up. We post this up on Facebook. We have them up on the YouTube. It's the same video. We just link to the YouTube. The only exception would be TikTok. So, all right, you guys have a great day. Stay safe, especially this weekend. And we look forward to hearing how DAC's helped you with your season.